Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into SD Cookie Jar, a decade of cannabis craft. There's some really interesting insights here from the Nuggnotes excerpts. And our mission really is to understand how this singular vision built such a reputation, just through quality, exclusivity, and serious craftsmanship. What grabs me right away is where it starts, 2012. Two best friends working as budtenders, dispensary folks. And they were just, quote, tired of mibs, tired of the average stuff. So they make this pact, like, we're going to grow the best weed possible. And they just stuck to it. That commitment. Wow.
Yeah. And what's so fascinating, I think, is how that focus, that distinct identity and almost stubborn dedication to quality, it forged its legendary status, even while everyone else or many others were chasing huge-scale, quick profits.
Yeah.
It really makes you ask, doesn't it? What is true value? Is it just volume? Or is it something else with this unparalleled excellence they aimed for?
Yeah.
Their story really pushes that second idea.
Absolutely. And the Nuggnotes lay it out. SD Cookie Jar, born 2012. Those two friends saw a gap for, well, truly top-shelf product. Then, maybe 8 years later, one friend moves on. But the other, still there, holding it down solo, still sticking to that original promise. That kind of consistency is, well, it's pretty rare.
And you see that dedication in their signature product, right?
Yeah.
The Dunkaroos drop. This wasn't just some flash in the pan. It really, as they say, set the lane, created a whole new standard. Bred way back in 2012, Forum Cookies X True Power OG.
Yeah.
And the description, creamy dough, vanilla gas, real Hoker candy. It sounds unique, but the key part, the exclusivity. No seeds, no clone, only in the jar. Which means, they kept those genetics locked down tight. You couldn't copy it. You had to get it straight from them. That just amplified the quality, the brand mystique.
Exactly. That tight control, that became their thing. They dove straight into pheno-hunting, basically picking the absolute best plants, plus dialing in their grow methods, curing to perfection, taking the time. And by 2015, those purple-dusted nugs were making noise across San Diego.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, no gimmicks. Just sealed eighths and stacked jars. It was all about the product. Jar before the fame, as the notes put it. They weren't doing big rollouts or using influencers, just quiet work. Cold rooms to keep those trich's potent bits perfect. Airtight cures.
They let the quality and the smell do the talking, basically.
Yeah.
No hype needed.
Right. And that really underscores this deliberate choice they made. Never scale up, never chase the spotlight. They developed their own genetics, like the king candy male that's Forum crossed with Candyland, and used that for their own projects, super selective in-house stuff, and some private collabs. It meant, quote, the jar stayed small, the quality stayed loud. Practically speaking, it gave them total control, consistency, brand image, avoiding that dilution you see when brands expand too fast, especially with quality like this. Yeah, and you see that exclusive craft approach carry through even now into their collaborations. It's like they're building this craft circle with people who get it. Like in 2024, they did the Baker's Dozen drop with Malibu and Goat Global West, a 7-gram living soil release, so grown naturally, rich soil, fully stamped with SD Cookie Jar genetics. They also work tight with Fiya Farmer, pushing what they call flavor-first flower, cannabis where the taste, the aroma, that's paramount. So thinking about all this, what does it actually mean for you listening to this, trying to understand how niche players can really thrive?
Well, their identity couldn't be clearer, right? Solo grower, curator, cookie chemist. Over 10 years in, and the drops are still rare, still highly sought after. SD Cookie Jar's success, it wasn't just about having good product, it was strategic. Limiting supply, building that word-of-mouth buzz, basically turning scarcity into a strength in a market often obsessed with mass production.
So wrapping up, we've seen how SD Cookie Jar, for more than a decade now, carved out this legendary name. Not by following trends, not by going massive, but just by relentlessly focusing on quality, keeping it exclusive, sticking to that one core vision. It's a really powerful example, I think, of how true craft, genuine craft, can speak for itself.
Exactly. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, their story really makes you think about the value of, focused dedication, authentic quality versus just sheer size. What could you stand to gain, maybe in your own work, your own projects, by choosing that kind of depth, that genuine craft? Because this really is, as they say, a legend cut from dough, sealed in legend, something to chew on.